Well, hello once again. Welcome to the Waters and Stanton video channel. My name is Peter Waters from Waters and Stanton, and we're a ham radio store which is based in Portsmouth in Hampshire. I'm glad you could join the channel. You know, sometimes there's things that you can do which cost you nothing. And I've been playing around with a little device which is just one of those things which won't cost you anything, but it might help to improve your audio. But let me first of all tell you something about the way that modern transceivers operate. I think a lot of transceivers, if not all transceivers now, certainly in the ham radio market, have got a compressor control on there. In other words, you can switch in a compressor, and usually it's adjustable, so you can put in a certain amount of compression. So let me try and explain in simple terms what compression is. If you imagine a speech waveform which is really complex, you've got the peaks obviously at the top, and at the bottom you've got the lower levels of audio, and in the middle you've got something in the middle. Well, there's quite a wide dynamic range, but if you can compress it so that the peaks at the top are kept at the top, but everything that's lower down is pushed up a bit, it gives it more punch. So the audio has more punch. Now, it's used commercially very often on adverts. It's a favourite trick that they use a lot of compression, so when the advert comes on the radio, and sometimes on the television actually, you get an apparent increase in audio. Well, in actual fact, there is no increase in peak audio level, but there is an increase in the average audio level. It's that gives it the punch. You know, advertisers love it. You sort of punch through in between programs. Well, the compressor on a ham radio transceiver does exactly the same thing. It gives your audio more punch. I would say that probably you get an increase of about 2 or 3 dB in apparent talk power, which is quite important if there's a lot of noise on the band, your signal is fairly weak, and certainly in contests compression is used. One of the things that happens with compression, of course, is that basically it increases the gain. It increases the gain in the mic circuit. So you get a lot of sort of breathy sounds. Now I've got a mic here, and this mic here has got a foam top to it, and that stops the breathy sounds. You know, when we're operating in contests or operating DX, we tend to talk close. Now, the typical hand mic that comes with a ham radio transceiver is fairly cheap. It's not a high quality item, but it does the trick. But if you speak closely, you get an awful lot of breathy noise. Anyway, before that, let me just show you a clip on the screen here of audio that I've spoken to a microphone, and I switched the compressor on and I switched the compressor off. So if you watch this video, very short video, you'll see the first part is with the compressor on, and you'll see the needle moving on the compressor. And the second part is with the compressor off, and I hope you can tell that there is a significant difference. So let's take a look. Hello, test. This is Peter Waters, Golf 3 Oscar Juliet Victor, G30JV testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, G30JV testing. Hello, test. This is Peter Waters, Golf 3 Oscar Juliet Victor, G30JV testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, G30JV testing. So there we are. That's the difference between compression and no compression. So this is something that you can do. You can play around with at home, and it's going to cost you absolutely nothing. You need a microphone, but that comes with the radio, doesn't it? So you've got a hand microphone. You need a little bit of foam. That's all you need, a little bit of foam. Sort of thing that you might find in packaging that comes with various items that are shipped around the country for safety, for sort of padding it out. And an elastic band. What could be simpler? Microphone which you've already got, bit of foam, which I'm sure you can find, an elastic band, which you've probably got in the drawer somewhere. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into the radio room and just show you what happens when you put compression on the radio, the problems that you might get in terms of the deteriorating audio through what we call pop-in. When you speak closely to a microphone, you get this pop-in sound. I think you'll hear it in a minute. So let's go to the radio room and see what you can do to improve your audio. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do an A/B test using just the hand microphone with the IC9700 and then with this little pad in front of it. I should explain, with the 9700 there is a monitor set in there. So what you can do is when you transmit, you can actually switch on the monitor and you can hear through the headphones the audio. Now what I've done is I've connected the monitor output from the 9700 into a separate recorder here so that you can hear the difference. So I'll turn this recorder on. Right, there's the recorder running, and now I'm going to transmit and you'll hear the audio. Hello test, hello test.
This is Golf 3 Oscar Juliet Victor G30JV Golf 3 Oscar Japan Victoria, testing on 2 meters, running QRP 1 watt. This is G30JV Golf 3 Oscar Juliet Victor testing.
Okay, so that's without this foam anti-pop filter on. I've got an elastic band here which will just hold it in place. I hope it'll hold it in place. Yeah, I think it'll do the job. Very crude, but anyway. So now with the filtering.
Hello test. This is Golf 3 Oscar Juliet Victor G30JV 12345 Golf 3 Oscar Juliet Victor testing on 2 meters, running QRP 1 watt. Golf 3 Oscar Juliet Victor testing.
So there we are. That's the comparison with the pop filter on.
Hello, 12345 54321. Golf 3 Oscar Juliet Victor testing 12345 54321. Hello test 12345 54321. Golf 3 Oscar Juliet Victor testing G30JV testing. Hello test 12345 54321. Golf 3 Oscar Japan Victoria testing. Hello test 12345 54321. Golf 3 Oscar Juliet Victor testing 12345.
Well, I hope that gave you some ideas. As I say, it's a very simple idea actually, but may not have crossed your mind, and you may not have appreciated the deterioration in quality that happens when you close speak to the microphone. There is another way of doing it actually. This goes back years. Back when I had a carbon microphone when I was first licensed back in 1960, and you had to shake the granules then, and every so often shake them again, but you don't with the modern microphone. But basically, if you speak across a microphone like that, it's far better than speaking into it like that, because that you get this very serious pop-in. If you speak like that, it reduces it. It doesn't get rid of it completely. You really can't beat foam. Perhaps I should have said foaming at the mouth. Oh, well, there we are. Anyway, if you speak across a microphone like that, it will reduce it somewhat, but foam seems to do it. It's surprising really that nobody's thought about putting foam inside the microphones. It should be quite simple to do. I'm not sure that a lot of these microphones have got room. You might want to try that yourself. But perhaps the larger microphones might allow you to put some foam in there, but perhaps it's an idea for the commercial market to look at that. But it's there we are. It's quite a simple idea, and I hope it's given you some ideas, something to play with for the weekend or whatever. Commercially, got some news for you. We've got a range of auto tune antennas coming. They're rather like the LDG, but they are a little bit cheaper. They look really nice. Basically, they handle around about 100-120 watts. There is some that are designed for coax cable, but they've got a much wider range than the internal ATU in the transceiver. So if you're using a G5RV and have problems in matching, then this ATU probably would be the ideal. And they also do an outdoor one, which is for end-fed wire for verticals and so forth. That looks to be really good. Totally weatherproof, so they're coming along. We'll have those in about 3 weeks time, and they will go up on our website shortly. The other thing is that we've now going to have back in stock at long last end-fed half waves, which will handle 1 kilowatt. Now I know there's a lot of people that still don't believe they work, but everybody that has one has been totally convinced that they do work. I've done several videos on them, so I do know that end-fed half waves. They're one of the simplest antennas that you can get. The whole antenna radiates, very simple, not fussy to install at all. The first one that comes will be 80, now get this right, 80, 40, 30, 20, 17, 12 and 10 meters. So apart from 5 megs, it covers all the HF bands. Not 160 meters. 1 kilowatt, very easy to install. Just run the wire down the garden, around the garden, and take a short coax cable from the matching unit back into your transceiver. So there we are. They'll be with us in about a week or so's time. So that's the commercial over. Thank you for watching this video. Appreciate you joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget, if you want to subscribe, press the button on the right hand side. That'll keep you in touch and inform you when any new videos come up. So until then, enjoy your ham radio, take care, keep safe, see you soon.